cane patch. I think cane, river cane, is the best arrow material you can get for primitive arrows in the Americas, at least North America. I'll tell you a good alternative if you don't have river cane. Check and see if you have Phragmite cane in your area. I've used some recently and not bad. I'm going to get to cutting some cane and I'll show you what I look for, how we kind of pre-process it, you know, as it's drying, and then as we straighten it, the final straightening. Just hang with me, we'll do it. Okay, I made a DVD about making cane arrows, well, a lot of different type of arrow shafts. Back, it's been quite a few years ago now. But I'll show you kind of what I do. I still find this method works about as good as any. And what I'll do is just sight down I look down the shaft. Instead of looking at it this way, you can't tell nothing about, you know, how straight it is. And you can use, you know, cane's got kinks. You can use cane that has kink, but I've used some pretty awful looking cane, but you can make arrows out of it. It's just a bunch of work. So to reduce your work and make it easier and make a, you know, straighter arrow faster, try to look for the best material. This one's not bad. It's really not. Now, there'll be a little shrinkage with this cane, not a ton, but it will shrink a little bit. I'll go down here since this one's not that big in diameter. I'll go down here and snip it off where it's fairly wide. All right, I'll come up here, and you know when it gets too thin, you won't never make an arrow past that. Just too skinny. But leave your cane long because you're going to have to straighten it, and you need some leverage out on the ends to be able to have that torque where you can straighten the arrow. You need something to hold on to, basically. But I know what I need, and this is pretty much, guys, from doing it. I mean, I've been saying that for years. If you make arrows a lot, you're going to really learn how to make them good. And anybody can do this. Now this one's very straight, but it's very thick down here. So I'll just use this upper section. Okay, something else, guys. Don't use cane that's wimpy like this. It hasn't matured. And usually it's got the husk, it looks like corn husk, but it's got the husk that runs up and covers everything. It's just not mature cane. Now, if you look at this one, it's bare. It's a bare shaft. Now, this one's too big at the bottom, so I'll just come up. I'll cut it a little big at the bottom, and I'll find my nice taper. These are naturally tapered. I'll find a nice taper later. But yeah, I'm going to come down here about here, snap this one off. And no longer than this, starting to get skinny. Throw it in my bundle. Now, like I say, you need to sight down, look down the shaft, and you can tell how the bends are and how straight it is. I'm gonna get some more out of here. We'll cut some more out of here, right here. There's plenty of cane in here. It's really thick back in here. I haven't been back in there, but I'm going. Now, I did want to say this. I like to cut cane about this time of year before things green up. And you can cut it. I have cut it all kinds of, when I needed it, I cut it and I straightened it, dried it and straightened it. But I think right now is probably the optimum time. Okay, like I said, this is probably the best arrow material, I think, you can find in North America. I'm not just saying that. This cane has really been good to me over the years. I've taken a lot of whitetail deer, 39 to be exact, pigs, wild turkeys, squirrels, rabbits. And this cane never let me down. It's good stuff. Tough, durable. It'll hang in there. Anyway, let's cut some, get that done, and get out of here, and I'll show you how we treat it. Okay, a little pair of shears. pruning shears makes quick work of this cane. I'm wearing my snake leggings because these first few warm days, it seems like the snakes really react to that and they want to come out and sun. I found a snake skin right over there already. So we're in the deep south. Snakes can be out once the temperature comes up. But these good warm days, I'm trying to get this done before it's too hot and too many mosquitoes. We have a rattlesnake here called a canebrake rattlesnake. He's named after this canebrake. North Georgia, they call him a timber rattler, but here he's a canebrake. Just keep a lookout. I'm not scared of snakes, but I just don't need that kind of problem. I don't think nobody does, really. I look on the ground, guys, because I have to put my hands down close to the ground. And let me tell you, Diamondback or canebrake, they blend in so good with the leaves. You'll put your hand on him, not even know it. So just keep a lookout. You don't want to do anything stupid. Oh, that's a nice straight one right there, man. This one's nice and straight. Beauty. I cut it deeper than I need. Cut it up here thinner than I need. Then I'll know I have everything in between when I size my arrows. I knew there was some nice ones in here. I seen them. And just wanted to come back and get me some. I'm not going to cut the whole patch, but believe it or not, cane's getting harder and harder to find because of development and mainly development. There's still plenty of places, you know, in Georgia to get cane, and the whole southeast pretty much. But it's getting a little harder to find a good patch. Oh, that's kind of cool. I thought an armadillo was in that hole. It's a possum. Let me show you. This is cool. He don't act like he likes me being here. Mr. Possum, I'm going to get some of your river cane. I hope you don't mind. He's watching me with every move. He just showed me his teeth. I guess he doesn't want to be friends. I notice most primitive archers are concerned with making bows. They don't make a lot of primitive arrows. But if you want the full experience, this is it. And I can tell you it's a lot easier to make bows than it is good, dependable arrows. But I love doing it. But like I said, River Cane, it's a good start. But I mean, I'm not putting anybody down that likes to use store-bought, whatever, you know. But I think you missing out on the experience a little bit. It's gonna be getting hot before long. Okay, that cane I just cut is gonna make some excellent arrows. Let me show you my next step. These have just been cut, they're green. Take out the ones you want to straighten. And just start to hand train them. Just flex them, over flex them, and let them sit a second and let them flex back. Come down to the next trouble spot and do the same thing. Over flex them a little bit and let them come back. Now, if you do this, if you set these out someplace, every day you come by and you just pick them up and kind of hand straighten them. You'll take a lot of the work out of using fire to straighten them later. You're just training them to bend like you want them to bend and straight. Now, you can do this as long as you want to do it up till they're dry, but usually I'll do this until they start to spring back. When they start to spring back and they're still straight, then I'll just set them to the side until I'm ready to put heat on them and straighten them. But I found this works with all arrow material, not just River Cane. Every day, you just train them to bend like you want them to. And they will start to get straight. As you can see, this one's getting there. The end down here is pretty, got a good bend to it, but I probably won't even use that. It's getting awful small. I'll probably cut it right here and put my knock in right here. Self knock. But I'll leave that right now. So if I have to put heat on it, I'll have a little leverage to straighten it. So that's all you got to do. Like I said, you won't see immediate results. I mean, you will see a little bit, but as time goes on, you'll notice that your hand straightening almost eliminates putting heat on it. Not quite, but almost. Now you can just take these and bundle them up and let them dry and then straighten them with heat, but I find this kind of works better for me. As you see, it's getting pretty darn straight. But as time goes on, it'll take that pressure that you put on it and it'll stay that way a little better as time goes on. I mean, I just cut these. They're super green. But it will help a lot. I just wanted to try to give you some tips to make your arrow making easier. I know there's not millions of people out there making their own primitive arrows. Seem to be a lot more bow makers, but once you do it, I mean, you got to do whatever you do, you got to do to get good at it, or at least to get good results. You can't just do it once and say, oh, I know everything. Don't work that way, guys. Really don't. With anything.